are filming with the GoPro, just holding it in my hand. Gonna try out a few different GoPro mounts on a bike ride. Okay, so here we have a first person view. I guess all you can see are arms and a head and some sky. But this is a pretty cool view if you're on a bike and you want to talk to the viewer, let's say, and you want them to see your face. So this GoPro is mounted on my handlebars, and I'm thinking if I was to get another GoPro and have it facing forward, that would be pretty epic. I suppose the other thing I can do is spin this GoPro round. Let's try that. So that's actually a lot easier than I was thinking to do that. That's really nice. So let me flip that back. The other thing worth remembering, I've got the GoPro 9 here, it's got a screen on both sides, so whether the camera's facing forward or whether it's facing towards me, I can still compose the shot. Given that this camera and this mount seems to be so easy just to flick over, I think it's enough to serve for both the front-facing and face-facing, if that's a word, camera. I think the other thing that you'd want is another camera to just take shots of your surroundings. Yeah, there's basically a button that I press and this comes off. It's this button here. I mean, even if you had infinite resources and money available to buy all the equipment that you possibly want, more equipment doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a better result. Every piece of equipment you add adds complexity and maybe an excuse for you not to film. There was this time that I went to Gran Canaria and I hiked across, and I had the GoPro and I had the mirrorless camera, and I'm kind of thinking to myself, would it have been more enjoyable just to have the one camera and not have to think every time I want to take a shot, oh, which camera am I going to use? There's a fine line between having the right equipment and simplifying. If I can just make a few more adjustments to this so my handlebar's not so crowded, I think that's going to be really great for flexibility on a cycle trip.
Your back wheel needs realigning. It's going.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers for that. So I noticed this was a bit loose, so let's try tightening that up. So even though I kind of go on bike trips, I don't know a lot about bikes. I know how to change tyres now. I've had other problems as well, like chain braking, and I don't know how to fix these problems, but there's always Google. Otherwise, I will take it to a bike shop. But what I'm trying to say is that you don't need to be a bike person to get on a bike and go on a long bike ride. I certainly wasn't. I don't even enjoy cycling that much. The main benefit of cycling is the freedom of being able to go where you want to. Although, to be honest, based on experience, it is a good idea to have an end goal in mind. So the one interesting thing about this shot is it's kind of straight up. I think the alternative would be to get something that raises the camera up, so it's more like a shot of your face with what's behind you in the background. Yeah, I mean, it's all a matter of personal preference, really, and what you think looks good. That's most important. If you can create something that you personally think looks good, that's really going to motivate you to continue creating and then actually make something that looks good.
The gate is open.
I wanted to try out the equipment that I've had sitting on my shelf for so long, rather than automatically think I need to buy something new. And even by just going on a short bike ride around where I live, I've learned quite a lot more about what I can do with the equipment. Well, I also know I've got a problem with my back tyre.